Mario Bava could wring the last cent out of his low budgets and then keep wringing away. When you're asked to film a fantasy involving a trip to hell, you can either make a piece of junk that tries and fails to replicate big budget effects, or you use what Bava and his father before him had, lots of imagination. In the prologue, we see a couple of miniatures and a stage setting of an outdoor sacrificial altar. This is going to be very stylized. A masked oracle sits by a pool that's obviously a large mirror. It's cool. The colors, the setting, these are the things that children find fascinating in fantasy. If only Bava and Ray Harryhausen had gotten together. Hercules and his pal are busy at work. Hercules washing himself at a waterfall. Theseus trying to talk a fair maiden into the hay. Literally. Hercules is on his way to marry Princess Diana. The evil Christopher Lee wants to stop the marriage. The interior of Christopher Lee's cave is a dull set made interesting by some well-placed color gels and cobwebs. Mario Bava worked the fog machine the way other artists might work in oils or profanity. It was his true medium. Chris Lee has the Princess Diana in a trance in his cave. She just stands there looking pretty. So off Hercules goes to Hades to find the stone of excuse to go on a quest, or whatever the hell it's called. Theseus, Hercules' buddy, is an ordinary but acceptable companion on the journey. But there has to be some comic relief so the movie doesn't get too terrifying. So short Roberto Benigni comes along. You just want to see this walking rib roast getting into hijinks and fighting monsters and meeting bizarrely dressed hot Italian women. And that's what you get. The screenwriters forge their copy of Intro to Mythology for ideas, taking what they like. Procruste's bed makes an appearance, what looks like a repurposed monster from Lost in Space. Hercules has to climb a tree to get a magic squeeze toy, but he can't get the plot coupon by climbing, so he takes another approach involving a boulder and a harness, and so on, using foreground miniatures and lethal levels of smoke and color gels in every scene, both in hell and on Earth. The whole movie was dubbed because that's how they did things in Italy back then, but Chris Lee didn't dub his own voice. What kind of numbnuts hires Chris Lee to play the villain and then get some voiceover lame-o's voice? This waste of resources is the only flaw I find in this colorful, fun, and imaginative cheapie. I really enjoy Mario Bava's films. His masterpiece, to me, is Planet of the Vampire. Christopher Lee does a good job looking solemn. The lead actor is Reg Park. British pile of meat, just kind of stands around and looks concerned. One of the first things we see Hercules do is pick up a cardboard or balsa wood cart and lift it over his head while grunting on it. And then he heaves it and it destroys everything these common folk had been building. It's like, yeah, hey, thanks a lot, meathead. You just smashed our thing. Who goes to these things looking for good acting? It's at the level that it was made with the resources they had, and everyone's just going to have a good time, and this absolutely succeeds at that. I just can't stand that comic relief guy. I mean, he's Thanks for stopping by. If you could like, follow, and especially comment, I'd appreciate it. And take a look at our other videos. Hope we find something good to watch.